Section 1. What is HUD? Introduction to HUD homes in today's market. Imagine this. A first-time homebuyer named Maria walks into your real estate office in Gilbert, Arizona. She is excited but frustrated. Interest rates are high, inventory is low, and every home she likes already has multiple offers. Then she asks, "Do you know anything about HUD homes?" Many agents hesitate. Some remember HUD homes from licensing school, while others avoid them because they think the process is complicated. But in today's market, HUD homes create opportunities. They can help first-time buyers, investors, teachers, firefighters, law enforcement officers, and nonprofit organizations purchase homes at affordable prices. They also create opportunities for educated real estate agents who understand the system. That is what this course is designed to do. Throughout this class, we will discuss how HUD homes work, how agents submit bids, the HUD home store system, NAID registration, listing periods, and the compliance standards Arizona agents must follow. Before learning the process, we first need to understand what HUD actually is. What does HUD stand for? HUD stands for the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. HUD was created in 1965 to improve housing opportunities and promote affordable housing throughout the United States. HUD impacts real estate every day through fair housing enforcement, FHA programs, community development, and foreclosure property sales. The connection between FHA and HUD. One of the biggest misunderstandings among agents is the relationship between FHA and HUD. The Federal Housing Administration, FHA, is part of HUD. FHA does not lend money directly to buyers. Instead, FHA insures loans made by approved lenders. Here is how a HUD home is created. A buyer purchases a home using FHA financing. Later, the buyer defaults on the loan and the lender forecloses. Because the loan was FHA insured, the lender files a claim with FHA. HUD then reimburses the lender and takes ownership of the property. That property becomes what is commonly called a HUD home. HUD then hires asset managers and listing brokers to market the property through HUDhomestore.gov. A real-world example: a buyer purchases a home in Mesa using FHA financing. 2 years later, the buyer loses their job and falls behind on payments. The lender forecloses on the property. Because the loan was FHA insured, HUD takes ownership after paying the lender's claim. The property is then listed on HUDhomestore.gov, where approved HUD agents can submit electronic bids for buyers. This process happens every day across the country. HUD's role in the real estate market. HUD plays several important roles in housing. First, HUD helps promote homeownership by supporting FHA-insured loans that often allow lower down payments and more flexible credit standards. Second, HUD helps stabilize neighborhoods by returning vacant foreclosure homes back into productive ownership. Third, HUD supports community revitalization through programs such as Good Neighbor Next Door, which helps teachers, firefighters, EMTs, and law enforcement officers purchase homes in certain areas. Finally, HUD enforces fair housing laws and promotes equal housing opportunities. The modern HUD home store system. Most HUD transactions are now handled online through HUD Home Store. The system allows users to search available HUD homes, submit electronic bids, track listing periods, save searches and favorite properties, access Good Neighbor Next Door opportunities, manage NAID information. HUD also uses Yardi One authentication with multi-factor security for agents and brokers submitting bids. Agents who understand this system often gain an advantage because many agents still avoid HUD transactions. Understanding HUD listing. Periods. HUD homes are sold differently than traditional MLS listings. Properties move through specific listing periods that determine who may submit bids and when. Some periods are limited to owner-occupants, nonprofits, or government agencies before investors become eligible. Submitting a bid during the wrong listing period can result in rejection. That is why agents must understand HUD timelines and procedures before working with clients. Why competency matters for Arizona agents. Arizona Commissioner's Rule R428-1B requires licensees to be competent in the services they provide. Agents working with HUD homes should understand HUD bidding procedures, FHA financing basics, listing periods, earnest money requirements, NAID registration, required disclosures, contract package requirements. For example, if an agent submits a HUD bid without realizing the broker's NAID registration expired, the buyer could lose the property. Education and preparation help agents avoid mistakes and better protect clients. Fair Housing and HUD's mission. HUD is responsible for enforcing the Federal Fair Housing Act, which prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, disability, familial status, national origin. Arizona also mirrors these protections under the Arizona Fair Housing Act. HUD homes must be marketed fairly to all qualified buyers. Arizona Commissioner's Rule R428-1101A also requires licensees to deal fairly with all parties and avoid misrepresentation. Because many HUD buyers are first-time buyers or lower-income households, professionalism and compliance are especially important. HUD's bigger picture HUD is about more than foreclosure homes. HUD supports affordable housing, community development, neighborhood revitalization, and fair housing enforcement across the country. For real estate professionals, understanding HUD homes creates new opportunities while helping buyers achieve home ownership goals that may have once seemed impossible, and in today's market, that knowledge matters. Online discussion. Question 1. Why do many agents avoid HUD home transactions? Answer. Many agents believe HUD transactions are complicated or different from traditional sales. Education helps agents understand the process and confidently guide buyers. Question 2. Why is competency important when handling HUD homes? Answer. HUD transactions involve specialized timelines, bidding systems, and compliance requirements. Agents must understand these procedures to properly represent clients. Question 3. How does HUD help communities? Answer. HUD helps stabilize neighborhoods, support affordable housing, promote home ownership, and enforce fair housing laws.